Hey, I've been watching a bunch of the Value Town is a good show by Chan Man with Kriparian, Trump, Ecop, and some other people, and some other people on Hearthstone Reddit were making a compilation of all the recommendations of the top arena streamers, Trump and Krip and other people. I haven't really watched anyone stream because I don't really do that much. If I have time to play something, I'm probably gonna play. But I like short little condensed here, this is what you should do kind of things. And recently a lot of my friends have gotten into the Hearthstone beta and a lot of them are losing some games and saying, hey, what should I do? So here's the answer to how should I build a deck, okay? So if you just click suggest a card, it's going to take you through, hey, let's pick our class cards first and then throw minions in afterwards. I think that's kind of a dumb way to build your deck. What you really want to do is make sure that you have something really strong to play on turn 2, because turn 2 is kind of what the whole game comes down to. If you have a 3-2 minion on turn 2 and he has a 3-2 minion on turn 2, then you guys are going to trade. But if he has something on turn 2 and you have nothing to play, then he's going to have 2 minions out by the time you play your first minion, and that means he's going to kill the first minion you play without you ever getting to do anything with it, and it just kind of snowballs from there. So a really easy, good way to win games is just to get 6 2-cost minions, and then when you first draw your cards, if you don't get a 2-cost minion, sack everything, regardless of what you got. And so you get like 7 chances to draw a 2-cost minion when you have 6 out of 30 of your cards. So 1/5 of your cards are 2-cost minions. So if you get 7 chances, you got a pretty good odds of getting at least one that's worth playing. So if we're gonna get only 6, I think the best ones to get are like this one and this one. You want to go for something that's 3-2, right? So we've got 4 guys that are all 3-2. Who else is 3-2? This guy is 3-2, and now we have 6. You might consider this, but he's not really a 2-cost minion. You'd consider this guy a spell, not a minion. And then you go into the 3-cost minions, and you get 6 of those as well. This is one of the best 3-cost minions because when he dies, he summons another little dude. And don't get anything with taunt, by the way, because you're going to be trading every turn. Like if you build your deck properly, you should get a card that's worth playing on every turn. And so if you're playing a minion and he's playing a minion each turn, you guys are going to be trading. There's never going to be a point where taunt is protecting anything. So I think we got 6 3-cost minions, and now we're going to go for 6 4-cost minions. I like this guy, and this guy's good, and this guy's awesome. And I like him as well. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, we'll get an extra one because I kind of consider the Spellbreaker to be a spell. You're never going to play him on round 4, so maybe we'll get him as a spell, but we'll actually get one more as an actual minion to be played this turn. He's not very good. Anyway, that's good enough. We got 7 4-cost minions, and then we're going to go for 5-cost. Now we want 4 of these, then 4 of these, and 2 of these and 2 of these, right? So 4 5s. Again, go for guys that are going to have at least 5-5 in their stats. So 6-5 or 5-6. So this guy's basically a 5-7. That's, that's pretty good. So we've got 4 5-cost guys, and then for 6-cost guys, again, you just want 3 of them. People that are reasonably good. This guy, I guess, is reasonably good just on stats. Well, yeah, 4-7's okay. I might go for that one instead. Anyway, and then just grab a couple of 7-cost dudes. And there you go. So now you've filled up your entire deck with just minions that when you play them on the turn that you can afford them are awesome. Oh, you know what? I forgot this guy. This guy's like the most important minion. So we got to get rid of some of the other 5s. Let's get rid of him and him again. We'll get rid of both of those. And there you go. So when you mouse over here, you can see it's kind of even in the beginning and then slightly less as you get more expensive. And we've got nothing that costs 1. And now you've got 2 slots left open. You go and pick up any class-based abilities that you think you need. And for priest, you just want Holy Nova and Mind Control. And if you can't fit them, then you pick someone to get rid of, right? We can get rid of this guy and pick up some Mind Control, get rid of that guy and pick up some Mind Control. So this is just the guideline. Now you get rid of things when you think a class-based ability is better than the one that you had. So this exact deck that I just built, I mean, this is reasonably good. You might want to get rid of a 2 in exchange for this, because you can play this on turn 2 to kill his 3/2 minion, and it's just as good. And then if you get it later on when it's not turn 2, then it also fills in, I think, a little bit better than a 3/2 minion. Like if you're on turn 8 and you draw a 3/2 raptor, right? You're just going to play him and he's going to die to something that does 2 damage. Whereas if you're on turn 8 and you draw this guy, you're going to get to actually do 2 damage to one of your opponent's minions. So he's okay. You might want to trade a Brewmaster for him, since we don't have anyone with charge. Anyway, so this exact deck I played, 6 games in a row and won all 6 of them, and I just kind of like the way it plays out, where instead of like I drew a bunch of cards, these cards all have kind of tricksy ways in which they can be good, and I got to try to pay attention to how they can be good and use them at the right time. Now I just have minions that cost a certain amount, and on this turn I play this minion because that's how much it costs. You don't have to think about anything. It's very, very similar to how Order plays in Scrolls, as in Scrolls, you just play the most expensive minions you can. You make a little ball of minions and you attack people. There's not a lot of thinking about it. So I didn't get any 2-cost things, so I'm gonna sack all of these. Even though this is a reasonable turn 5 play, it doesn't matter. I need a 2-cost minion or I can't open, right? So lots of chances to draw a 2-cost guy, and I got a 2, a 3, a 3, and a 4. So pretty cool. So I'm going to wait until turn 2 and play the 2. And actually I'm gonna play a 2 early because I got 2/2, so I can on the first turn I can play a 2, on the second turn I can play a 2, and then I can play a 3 and then a 4, and then we'll try to combo this with something. So you see how that works? Like, it's just obvious what to play. You don't need to think about it. I like that. It's ever so special. So now this guy kills his weapon. Boom. And is a 3/2. And now it's turn 3, so my only real choice is to play the Harvest Golem, because the Sun Fury Cleric is, he's 3 for 3/3. He's reasonable, but he's also kind of, his job is you play him and then he keeps someone alive. So for example, if this guy did 2 damage, then I could buff this guy so he'd survive hitting that guy. So he's not really an option right now. So the only option was the Harvest Golem, and there we go. So every turn from now on, I should have a minion out and he shouldn't. And that's just kind of how it goes. So give this a try, man. I don't know if I should play out the whole game or if I should just, I've told you the point, and weird things happen in individual games, but it works well. If you're just starting the game, this is how you should play it, man, at least in the beginning. You can figure out your own style later on, but boom. Alright, got ourselves a Yeti. I could use this guy, and then this guy would survive this guy attacking him. I could use this guy to taunt that guy. If I use this guy, then I can hit him for 3 and then heal. But he'll still die. So I don't even need to heal. I think I'm just going to stick with the Yeti. No, I'll do this guy. Yeah. That's my Scherzer. Oh, and he said greetings. Totally gonna greet him in the face. How are your greetings? Feeling greeted? I greet thee. Another way to do it is the same thing, but instead of like 666, 333, you would go like 10 2s and then 6/6 and like no expensive creatures. And that's a much more rush-oriented sort of way to do it. And then on later turns, instead of playing a guy who's worth 6, which is what I'll end up doing because I have so many guys that are worth 6 and worth 7, you just play 4 and 2s together, and the 4 and a 2 together should be just as good as a 6. So now he's got 2 3/3s. I can kill either one of them. I can actually kill both of them. That's funny. So now I heal this guy and kill that guy. Is that what I want to do, though? I think it is. So if I heal, I'll have 3 left, and then I can play this guy. So I'll heal him. And then...
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
I could have buffed this guy instead, making him a 3/2, and then done that damage to the hero, but I don't think it matters.
For the war chief!
Charge for the war chief. So this guy is actually okay even if you only have one other minion, because it's 5 for a 5/5, but he's better if you can get him in conjunction with lots of minions. This guy you should always play as early as possible, because he hurts you more than your opponent if your opponent is already out of cards. So you want to get him down on turn 5 if you can. Getting him on turn 6 is fine too. I'm happy to get him on turn 6. And don't worry about the fact that even though you're going minion heavy and he screws anyone who's playing minions, it's still okay, because your opponent is going to try his hardest to kill this guy, because he's doing 7 damage every turn. So you don't need to worry about him like staying out there and ruining your life in the long term. He's just really manly.
How you doing?
We'll get ourselves a Yeti. And you can see, just because everything I have is more like minion stat efficient per. If I'd thought of execute, I probably would have killed that little novice there. He could have done it with this too. All right. Kind of want this and a heal. For the war chief. Come on, I want him to play something expensive so I can steal it. Mind control's just burning a hole in my pocket.
They'll never know what hit them.
A 4/4 for 8. That's not worth doing. Oh, my poor Yeti. Alright. Do this and this, leaving this guy with 3 health, and I think his weapon does 3 damage, or I could heal him so that he's not within range of the weapon, and then just play a Spellbreaker and silence myself. Once your opponent has almost no cards left, you don't really need to hold on to silences anymore. Oh, I got executed. Again, a 4/5. His most powerful creatures so far have been pretty crappy. So he's playing a very rushy deck, and he's not rushing very well with it, so I think we're going to win.
Your magic shall not save you.
And yes, I know that silencing that guy does nothing, but I need to get some minions out. Ooh, Trixie. He's completely out of cards now. Come on. Ooh, now I can steal that guy. Ta-da! Something to steal. Ta-da! Aw, poor guy.
The gates are open.
Ooh, another guy to steal. Oh, nice. That's gotta be really frustrating. He chooses death. So see how nice that was? Every turn I had something that cost the amount of mana that I had to play. So I like the way that works. And all of the cards I put in that deck were basic, but some of them you do need to buy, but they're very cheap. So in order to get the money you need to buy the cards that you have, you go into crafting and choose show golden cards only and just scroll through, and any golden cards you have, you just disenchant them. Because you can actually disenchant a gold version of something and then buy the normal version of that same card and still have dust left over. So there's no reason to have gold cards when you don't have enough cards to play with anyway. So the cards you should really buy right off are the Harvest Golem, the Spellbreaker, and the Squire, and the Venture Co guy, that huge statistics guy. So this guy's really good, Silverhand Knight, and this guy's really good. I don't know why I didn't put this guy in as my 5 instead of Azure Drake's reasonably good too, but I don't have him. Anyway, so let's just to prove our point, I guess, let's do that again with a completely different class, right? Why not? We'll make ourselves a Warlock deck. Buy Warlock deck. New deck, Warlock. And so we say, what do we want that costs 1? Deal 2 damage to your own hero and get a 3/2 creature on the first turn. This seems pretty awesome. Usually you don't get anything that costs 1, because it doesn't matter if you skip the first turn when you're starting, and when you're not starting, you can coin 2 on the first turn anyway. Ooh, I like that guy. So I've got 2 2s. I need 6 total. Let's get these as always. I don't think I'm gonna have a weapon. She's quite good even without a weapon, but there are better choices. So 1 2 3 4 5 6. I think that's 6. Yeah, there we go. Now we need 6 3s. We're gonna go for, he's the best 3, I think. He's second best, and I like this guy. And a lot of people don't like the hunter, though. I do, so far anyway. A lot of people would have taken this instead of the hunter, so feel free to do that if you want. I mean, mind control tech can really turn a game around. I have a game that I just uploaded to my YouTube channel where I played 2 of these in a row, and it just completely won a game for me that I would otherwise have lost. The thing is, it's hard to play this on your 3rd turn, because there's no possible way he has 3 minions out on your 3rd turn. So you got to think of him more as a spell. Anyway, so now we need 6 of these. 1 2 3 4 5 6. We'll take 7, because again, Spellbreaker is pretty cool. Violet Teacher is a really good one too, but. And now we need 4 of these. We said we like, I love this guy. He's just my favoriteest thing. And I love this guy, and I guess I don't have the knight. Oh, there he is. So that's actually 6 of these. I guess I'll take 6 5s, and I'll just take fewer 6s. So we got this guy, and we'll only take 2 of them because, you know, there we go. There she blows. There we go, we're full. Now we go back to the class cards, and we see if there's anything we want to get rid of, that we're willing to get rid of just to take a class card. Or any of the Warlock class cards awesome is the real question. Destroy a demon, I don't like that. Deal 4 damage, discard a random card, I don't like that. It costs 0 and does 4 damage. I mean, that's pretty awesome, right? You could get rid of a 4-cost card for free, but it would cost you 2 cards to do it. I don't know about costing myself cards. That doesn't seem right. But a lot of what Warlock does, it costs itself health or cards in order to do this sort of thing. This is similar, like you +4/+4 and then it dies. You're trading a card to kill one of his cards. You're trading 2 cards because you had to summon the creature and now you're killing it. So that's 2 cards to kill one of his. So both of these are 2 cards for 1. To allow yourself to deal with something that's scary. Hellfire seems pretty awesome. But the assumption of Hellfire is that you don't have any minions out and you want to kill everything. I don't like that assumption. I like to assume that I'm ahead. Because if I'm behind, maybe I should lose. Deal 1 damage to all other characters. That seems pretty good as a 6 cost. Maybe we'll get rid of an ogre and put that in instead. And maybe we'll get rid of a warlord and put the second one in. Smooth out our curve a tiny bit more, see? Like little stepping stones. And that's it. Deal 2 damage, restore 2 health is okay, but I'm not going to get rid of a minion for it. Destroy a minion, restore 3 health to your hero. That's pretty crazy good. You just kill a minion. I think I'll get rid of a Brewmaster and put that in. I only have one of those. I need another one of those. Those are awesome. Anyway, so having almost no experience with Warlock, right? I played my 12 games with it to get level 10. Let's go in and just play it and hopefully kind of show that you can do the same thing no matter what class you are and it all works out okay, right? Bum 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 bum. And notice that because I'm playing constructed and I'm doing it with only basic cards, or not only basic cards, but mostly just basic cards, I'm at a pretty huge disadvantage. There's going to be a lot of people with really good cards that I'm playing against. So having 2 2s to coin with seems awesome. Getting this guy out early would be nice. I'd like to get a 3. I think it's more important to dig for a 3 than it is to have a good 5. Give me a 3. Oh, 2 2 2 4. That's okay. That'll do, Peck. That'll do. Maybe my succubus can make me get rid of my
Ready for action.
Alright, so we're gonna
I can't do that.
start with Fairy Dragon. He could trade this and stab it, trading basically 3 mana and 3 hero damage and a card to kill my 1 card, right? So that's a really good trade for me if he does that. Kill yourself. Do it. Aw, he's not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. Alright, now we're gonna play our succubus, which is gonna discard one of our cards at random, or we could kill our opponent's weapon, which doesn't help us too much. It kinda only costs him 1 mana. But I'm gonna need to play a 2 again next turn anyway. And if I play this now, she has a chance of discarding this, which I think is better than discarding these. Although I'd like to hold on to this to kill the Assassin's Blade too.
You're in trouble now.
Yeah, I got rid of that, so that's good. I like that I got to keep my Chill Wind Yeti, but I kind of dislike that I don't have a play next turn. Boom. A 2-cost minion's job is to be traded for something, so it's okay that I traded it for 3 hero damage, 1 hero mana, and a 1-cost card. Yeah.
Toast.
I can't really tell whether I like the succubus or not. I mean, 4/3 on for 2 costs is pretty cool, but discarding a card, I don't know about that. Let's do it again and see how it works this time. Oh, my Silverhand Knight. I guess I don't like the succubus. Oh, that's a good play, because if I play her again, she's going to discard another one of my cards. So now we can soak up his agent, hopefully. I think if I play another game as Warlock, I'm ditching the succubus. I don't like her. She's discarding all my cards, man. Although she kept me in it. She kept me in it with belly buttons. Yeah, ooh, yitty. Ooh, Ventrico, sweet. I love turn 5 Ventrico. Because he's almost always going to take 2 cards to get rid of. Or at least bait out one of your opponent's, like, card removal cards. Yeah.
How you doing?
Do I want to draw a card or get rid of a card? I really like the cards I have in my hand right now. I'll get rid of one to summon a crappy creature. That's a good plan. Man, she's discarded 3 cards on me, this succubus. But I mean, look at her hips. It makes sense. I would throw away 3 cards to have those hips and wings and a tail. It's fine. And a whip. She's got a whip.
I wonder.
Destroy a minion. It's always great to bait that out with a 5-cost minion, you know, because then your 7-cost minion is safe from it. That's what's great about Venture Co. We're pretty even and the board is clear and we both have a couple of cards. Should have attacked first and then done. Oh, I guess he wanted to use his deadly poison. Four. So having like just 6 of the 2, 3, and 4 is just barely enough to get you through that early game on even footing, and then having tons of these late game cards is where it really shines. A lot of people fill their entire deck with 2s and 3s and 4s. It's nice to have a million 4s. I got a huge gun.
Yes, me and Mr. Bitey. Behold my mighty
Summon an awesome invention! At the end of your turn, restore 6 health to a damaged character. One of them. Either me or you. I love this gnomish inventor. He's so cute. He's 6 for a 6/6 too, so I'd say he's definitely a good card. He seems to be everyone's first epic. Is he like a quest reward for doing a specific thing? Rather than something people buy? Ooh. Give me something good to play. Heal me. Heal me. Heal me. He healed me. Ha 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 ha. Thank you, little inventor. So if he's willing to take a bunch of hero damage to do it, he could trade his invention for my face. Ooh, Snape. I don't know if that's good or not, but it was his only card, so what else is he going to do? It kind of gave him 6 free hero damage, so it's good enough. Plus now he gets to summon a different invention, because he didn't like that one. Getting down to the wire here.
Behold my mighty invention.
What's this one? At the end of the turn, give a random minion +1/+1. Not necessarily a minion on your own team.
One shot.
A repair bot. At the end of the turn, restore 6 health to a damaged character. Not necessarily your own. Ooh, so he gets 2 inventions. That's cool. Thank you. Totally buffed my little guy. Now I can do 10 damage. Let's see. Anyone worth silencing? 3, 6, 10. I guess I'm playing all of them, but who am I going to silence is the question.
Me smash.
kind of like that guy.
Don't mess with Tusker. Your magic shall not save you.
So now he's going to buff people, but because I have more minions than him, on average, he's going to buff me. And I would guess that my deck on average is heavier in minion damage too, so when we're both out of cards and even Steven, I feel like I'm in a good position. Although his hero thing does damage to me, whereas my hero thing does damage to me as well. Alright, let's see. Get rid of him. Get rid of him. And let him keep buffing me. I don't think I want to play this. Does 1 damage to all minions.
You shall not pass.
Oh. See, this is why you don't want 1-cost cards in your deck, man. Sure, it might be cool on turn 1 to draw this guy, but it's not so great on turn 800. So 6, 7, 8, 9 damage this round. He's dead. Ooh.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
Mage. Suck wide.
Yeah. So there you go. Doesn't matter what class you are, man. Follow this simple little mana curvy rule and you'll be fine. And if you are new to Hearthstone, you're not going to be playing against people nearly as difficult as people I'm playing against either. So, good times, good times. See ya.